Hey everyone, welcome to the Shady Burro 22 Enduro. So I thought I'd do one of these voiceover videos, kind of showing you the highs and lows of it. And I've already uploaded all the tests from day one up onto the YouTube. So we're jumping right into it here. This is the test one on day one here. It's been a while since I've raced. Actually, it's been like since November last year when I ran the Gutbuster 24-hour Enduro. And so, first test, I was definitely struggling with some arm pump for sure. And I actually moved back to Denver in February, but mainly just riding Jeep trails and just kind of enjoying riding, not really doing any like motos or like time trials or anything like that. So definitely struggling with some arm pump here at the beginning, but definitely it's a pretty fun and fast trail right here on the first test. Alright, now we're done with the first test and we're headed on to the transfer. The transfer from the first test to the second test is like 14 miles, but it's a really cool transfer. Definitely some really cool views going on and everything, and really high up. I think our max elevation was like 12,900 feet for the day. We got this cool little shale rock garden coming up here. I didn't get it clean. My front end ended up stopping on a rock and stalling it, but didn't tip the bike over or anything, so that was good.
Oh, it is. She stopped.
Up here on this transfer, there's a option for a left and a right. I wasn't sure which way to go, so I just picked right and went for it, and it panned out all right for me. So, but yeah, definitely transfers definitely kept you on your toes all day. You couldn't relax for sure. You definitely had to stay on your game and keep your wits about you for sure. Alright, so we're into the test 2 now. And obviously you can see this is definitely more of a Jeep road or UTV trail here. So it's pretty fast and flowy going through here, but the conditions were changing really quickly. You can be booking it through a field in fourth gear pretty fast, and then going up a rock garden or down a rock garden real quick. And it has been raining there all week long, and actually the rain held out on Friday, and then for Saturday in the race, the dirt was actually really good right here. But it was also very deceiving how the dirt was changing just because it's such dark dirt. You can tell the difference between mud or good dirt kind of thing. So definitely something to be aware of for sure because you can start sliding out real quick. So yeah, here we got a little downhill, rocky downhill going on right now. So this is actually my first race on the shirt car. I actually only got to ride the bike about 2 hours beforehand, so I'm definitely still getting used to the bike for sure. It's definitely a great bike, but just still getting used to it. And now we're jumping on at the third test here. Third test was really muddy, and there was a bunch of creek crossings going on, and yeah, you're riding up some rivers and stuff like that for sure. But I had a pretty good moose set up and a gummy tire going on, so I was pretty hooked up. I was pretty happy with that. They actually ran the amateurs through this test too, which they were definitely having some struggles with for sure. And I was definitely on the edge here, getting stuck or going down for sure. But no shortcut just kept on chugging along, so pretty happy about that. This creek here is actually pretty deep. My back tire got hung up on that rock there a little bit, but we made it through there all right. Yeah, you can definitely tell how slick these rocks are, how shiny they are. It definitely means that they're really, really slick coming through there. So, but that two-stroke was definitely lugging good. And come around the corner here, it's all rooted. Got riders all over the trail here. Trying to get through them as cleanly as possible, but check out this guy on the blue KTM. He goes for a ride here. He stops up here in a bit and just takes a little breather because that was quite a little ride he did, but he made it. And that's all that matters. I almost ran into this guy here. He got out of the way at the very last second, but definitely glad he's out helping people. So after that test, we had gas, and then coming into this fourth test here, this is the Embargo Trail. This trail is very gnarly. It's an A and B only trail, and downhill, a lot of rocks and mud and stuff like that. You can definitely tell this guy's stuck here, and I just saw another guy go through, so I figured I could make it through there as well. Definitely felt bad for the guy. I'm pretty sure I roosted him pretty good, but just try to keep maintaining speed and try not to lose time best I can through the test here. But yeah, it's basically off camber the whole trail, really slick mud and rocks. Definitely concerned of my front end stopping on one of the rocks and me going over the bars for sure. So we're on to the Test 5 Cathedral, which is also an AB only trail, in which we're basically going back up where we just came down. And this creek crossing here is pretty tough, but I actually managed to kind of carry the front wheel over some of those rocks in the creek crossing there, which I was pretty happy about. I definitely was happy I got through that section clean. Coming through here, I messed up a little bit, and the rocks are pretty slick, and I downshifted to first gear and unfortunately ghosted the bike downhill like that. And that mistake there kind of took me out of contention for the overall. Definitely pretty bummed about it, but it is what it is. Could happen to anybody, so I was definitely pretty gassed at this point as well. But all you can do is get your bike going and keep on pushing on there. But luckily, a guy actually helped me get the bike up and turned around on the trail. So thank you to him for sure, because I would have been there a lot longer. So, but yeah, we got back going here and finished out the test. So after the test, we gassed up again, and then this is actually the transfer out of there. And this transfer was gnarly for sure.
Oh, okay.
Definitely another transfer. You can't just take it easy and cruise. It definitely was pretty challenging and slick. Which we actually had to go through this transfer twice. Once to do the test 4 and test 5, and then back to gas, and then had to take this transfer out of there. So it's really fun being challenged by the conditions like that and terrain. So on to the final test of the day, test 6. Had some good flow. There's definitely a few jumps along the trail. You're kind of going downhill and you can jump them pretty well. I definitely had one where I jumped pretty far and landed kind of in the face of the next jump and almost went off the trail a little bit. But this test was a lot of fun. It was really fun and flowy, and had a little bit of everything, some fast speed, some flow speed, some technical. There's actually a hard easy line that I wasn't sure, like with the arrows, I wasn't sure which one was the harder line and the easier line. The line to the right was kind of a rocky downhill. I kind of figured just drop down and come back up, but it turns out it was a lot faster. I found out later. But I ended up taking it a second day and definitely helped my time for day 2 for sure. Thanks for watching, everybody.